I'm James.
And I'm Emily.
We show you our actual weight loss journey of faith and family through the eyes of two foodies.
Yeah, so go make sure you check us out on Instagram and TikTok and sometimes Facebook, but most importantly, don't forget to get ready.
Sit!
Keto.
You know what? You come for the weigh-in, you get the ranch.
You get the ranch.
Come for the weigh-in, you get the ranch.
Yep.
That's what it is. So,
Yeah.
you know what? Should we do the ranch first before the weigh-in? That way people who came to see the video of the ranch can leave.
If they so choose to. So I am just...
Here we go. It's ranch time. We're going to show you really quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. How Emily makes her ranch without using the ranch that you buy that has all the garbage in it.
Yeah. The MSG, the things that we just don't want, right?
All right, so here we go.
So, super easy. This is actually yesterday we made chicken. I seasoned it and put it in the refrigerator, and James put it in the sous vide when he got home from work. And then I just browned it or seared it or whatever you want to call it in the cast iron on the stove with avocado oil. And it was so good. But anyway, another quick, easy thing. You can put chicken in the crock pot in the morning before work. Put some ranch seasoning, just like 2 tablespoons of it on your chicken. Block of cream cheese and leave it in the crock pot.
So here's what everybody wants to know. How do you make this?
How do you make the ranch?
The ranch seasoning.
So there's so many recipes
now
out
would
there.
this make real ranch or just seasoning?
You can use it and add it to whatever milk.
Or sour cream or something?
Yeah, sour cream or whatever, yogurt, however you do your ranch. This is just the seasoning part, which you can make dressing from it.
I don't like the sound of yogurt ranch.
So it would be good as a dip.
Hey, would it be Yo Ranch?
Yo ranch.
Yo Ranch.
Okay. First ingredient is buttermilk powder.
That's the first ingredient.
Yeah. Obviously, with this, I am just making a buttermilk ranch.
And you know what? If I was going to buy buttermilk powder, I would probably just go right to Amazon because...
That's where we got it. I don't really pack it or anything. I kind of just eyeball it. This is a 1/3 cup buttermilk powder. Buttermilk powder. You are going to get a little bit of carbs out of this, but...
And then what?
This is just a mix. Again, you're only going to use like a tablespoon or 2 when you're making a dip or whatever. Next thing up is garlic and onion powder. 2 staples, right? Tablespoon. I try to make it as easy as possible. So as far as the tablespoon, I'm going to do my 2 favorite. The onion powder. Great value. Garlic powder. Tablespoon.
It doesn't matter what brand.
Yeah, does not. So I'm done with my tablespoon with the garlic.
That's it?
And the onion powder.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I know you're going in order, but I have to say something.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, did you ever get called or call someone a dill weed?
Yes.
All right. I'm just making sure it wasn't just me.
So then I move on to my teaspoon. And I'm going to do a teaspoon of parsley. A teaspoon. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of parsley. I don't use the leveler. Just 2 teaspoons of parsley. And then 2 teaspoons of the dill weed.
Dill weed.
Yeah. So 2 teaspoons of dill weed.
I bet I know what you were never called as a kid.
What's that?
A freeze-dried chive.
Freeze-dried chives. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon.
But you could use any chive if you want.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be freeze-dried.
1 teaspoon of ground mustard.
We like to be politically correct. It doesn't matter if you're freeze-dried or not.
Next, I'm going to use coarse ground black pepper. And I'm just going to do 1 teaspoon of that also. The birds are talking to each other. They're in separate rooms. And then the last ingredient, I'm doing the Redmonds seasoning salt.
You know what? If you've never tried Redmonds, I'm not saying this. You can click our link if you want. You don't have to. I don't care what you do. But you want to know when I fell in love with Redmonds? It was the seasoning salt. It's not even the regular salt.
Yeah.
It's not even the regular salt. It's their seasoned salts, like their garlic pepper, their seasoning salt, and all that.
Yeah.
I love them.
So anyway, there's all my ingredients.
I wish they would have like a good Redmonds hot cocoa mix.
I mean, You can pretend.
Good sugar-free.
So there's a lot of ranch seasoning that has sugar in it and stuff. But I don't do that. And
Is
you
that-
can
is
also,
that everything?
that's everything. As simple as that.
That's so simple.
Less
How
than-
simple is it? It's so simple.
Yeah.
And you could use your fingers if you ain't got a fork.
It's less than 10 ingredients and it's really good. I seasoned chicken with this yesterday and it was so good.
It was so good.
But you can see it makes quite a bit. This is a bigger bowl, but I'm sure it would easily fill one of these.
Oh,
Pretty close.
I bet it would fill the bigger one.
You think so?
Yeah.
So anyway, it's delicious. It's good.
Write the recipe down because if you don't have it, it's also good. You know what? Even if you prefer to just go buy the stuff, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that you can't get to the store and you got all these stuff. You got the freeze-dried chives and the dill weed.
Just leave something out if you need to. Put something else in. You can add turmeric. You can add curry. You can add whatever just to kind of give it a twist. But
And the only staple you're not going to have on hand is that buttermilk powder.
yeah. So definitely an Amazon buy. And I like a buttermilk ranch. So that is...
All right. Emily wants to show you something else that we bought today. Now we're back to the weigh-in, our regular scheduled program.
Yeah. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, first off, if you're new to our channel, welcome. We want to
I'm just eating garlic.
absolutely make you feel welcomed around us. And just to kind of give you a background on our journey, we started a ketogenic diet about 4 years ago. Between the two of us, we have lost over 180 pounds. My brother also was doing this with us, who he himself lost over 200 pounds. And it's been a journey of 4 years where we've kind of tried different things and gotten off track and gained a little bit of weight. And now we're trying to lose 20 pounds. So that's kind of where we're at in our journey. It's mostly about our health and wellness and just eating good whole foods without the crap. And
Let's refresh.
refresh where we're at,
Yeah,
where we started.
I'm the one up here. I'm the male. Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, so up until last week, I think we were both at 3 pound loss, right?
Up until last week.
Yeah, and then last week I gained 0.8, which brought me down to a 2 pound loss, right? And now this week I am down 2 pounds, basically 1.6 pounds for a 4 pound loss. So there we go. Insert, everybody clap. Thank you very much.
I think
Thank
he
you.
said 2 pounds
Thank you guys.
2 weeks ago.
You was?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he always makes things confusing. If you watched last week, I had a little bit of a meltdown. You didn't see all of it. But the struggle's real. And if you're struggling, you're not alone. You're not the only one.
I want to taste the
I was
ranch.
up last week. I couldn't understand what I did wrong. And I was really frustrated and wanted to quit, but we do it anyway. We keep going. We keep our head up, and we know that we are worth it.
So I said, Emily, why don't you track? You need
So,
to track.
if you know me, you know that I absolutely hate tracking my food. And how is it?
You know what? I will say, so I've had this thing for spices my whole life.
Yeah.
And do you remember there was a brand a long time ago at my grandma's house, because this is how bored we'd get before cell phones and stuff. You'd be there and grandma would be taking a nap and I'd be up in the cabinet looking for something to snack, and I would found like this little spice thing of like, you remember Molly McButter?
No.
There was a spice called Molly McButter. Give me a thumbs up if you remember Molly McButter.
Okay.
I think anyone older than me, than Emily, will know Molly McButter.
Okay.
But it was like a butter seasoning stuff. It was probably all fake and probably horrible for you.
Probably.
But that's the kind of a vibe I'm getting from that, from the buttermilk powder.
Really?
Molly McButter.
So it's nostalgic and you like it.
I do like it. It's one of them things that like, and you can ask Emily this too. Like, you see me sitting here, see the onion powder, and I'll like put a little bit in my hands and eat it. You can ask her. That's normal for me. I do that. I love seasonings.
Yeah.
And yeah, if I'd have known we'd had freeze-dried chives, we'd have had a lot less of them.
All right, to go back to where I am this week. Last week I had my meltdown. I was up, didn't understand. James was like, Emily, you need to track. So this week I've changed things up. I'm going to, because we didn't record what we ate every day for dinner. But I did keep track of everything I ate this week. And I learned something this week, which I've done this in the past and had the same thing go on. But there were several days where I had to go back. Like Monday, I ate dinner, and then I looked at I know I don't count calories, but I do. Like, people say you don't need to count calories, but I do.
I need to count calories.
And the reason I say that, I do look at the protein, I look at the fat, I look at the calories, I also look at the carbs, right? But I was so low on my calorie intake that I was under 1,000 calories on Monday after I was done eating. And I had to eat more. I had to get more food and eat more food because I didn't eat enough. Tuesday, same thing. I ended up having to eat 4 servings of pork and good pork rinds because I was not eating enough calories. Mind you, we are working out. We're doing weight training and cardio, and our bodies need fuel, right? So every day this week, I ended up eating more than I typically would, and I'm also allowing myself a little bit more carbs as far as like green veggies or peanut butter with celery or protein bar on gym days or different things like that. And so I'm just allowing different things. But this week I was actually where I've been fluctuating up and down a pound or 2 pounds. This week I was down 3 pounds from last week. So it puts me down at 4 pounds down total loss. Finally. So I do feel a lot better. But I hate to admit that I do need to track. I do need to track every day. James is over here eating the ranch seasoning.
All right, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
It really is. It's Molly McButter. I stepped away so I wouldn't be distracting while I ate it, but it is what it is. Now my mouth is dry.
So anyway, yeah, total, as far as our 20-pound countdown, I'm down a total of 4 pounds now. James is actually down a total of 4.2. But we're going to keep on keeping on.
That is in addition to building muscle. Like, so we're hitting it different ways. Like my clothes, I'm down a belt loop. 4 pounds. You know, I shouldn't I've already got down a belt loop, but I am because of the working out and all that stuff. Not only that, because one of the benefits of not filming this week, and we went to BB&E a couple times.
I love BB&E. If you've never had BB&E, it is so good.
It's like an Asian style Chipotle.
Yeah.
Went to BB&E a couple times, and while
very
we're out
clean
at the
ingredients,
gym,
so good.
But I've kind of been twilighting before because we wanted to get the gym back into the house.
Yeah.
So you'll see it when we get done. It's not going to fully be done until we get the furniture that we want. But we moved Noah's drum set into the studio. We realized that we could have a studio and a drum set in there at the same time, which freed up our second living room, which is going to get condensed back to a gym to be more functional.
Yes.
Because
functional space.
Once I go back to mowing,
yeah,
that's going to be an issue of making sure that I can get to the gym.
Yeah.
But I can always get home.
Right. And we already have our weights and bench and whatnot where we can do a lot at home.
We can do a lot.
So we're just trying to utilize the space to make it more functional.
So Emmy's down 3 pounds this week.
Yeah. So obviously I'm in a way better mood. My birthday is this week, so I'm going to be extremely mindful. And
does that mean you might be sad next week?
I'm going to try not to be.
How many are you limiting yourself to 2 cakes?
No. Actually, a friend of mine at work is making me a birthday cake, and I said I really would like the keto chow carrot cake. So he is making me the keto chow carrot cake.
Really?
Yeah, for my birthday. And he's going to bring it this week to me. So that will be my birthday cake.
Well, I will probably go get her, unless she changes her mind and wants to go out, I will probably go get her favorite steak and sous vide it and make it for her for dinner.
With sweet potato.
With a sweet potato.
Yeah.
I won't be having the sweet potato.
I will.
She's the sweet potato, not me.
Yeah.
I'm just a russet.
Yeah. So that's what I would like for my meal for my birthday is I would like a steak and a sweet potato.
Emily loves sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Me, yeah. I don't like the sweet things. I don't like dessert mixing with my food.
I do. I do.
I do like the wild chicken and waffle chips though.
Yeah.
That's kind of dessert mixing with my food.
It is kind of. So, I did post a reel from one of my days of everything I ate that day this week. I have more photos. I did take photos of all my food from the week. So I will be posting another video on TikTok and on Instagram of all the different foods I've eaten this week. And yeah, it's just been more food. I'm finding myself eating about 3 times a day. And
you know what? Emily ate really clean. Actually, I mean, she ate definitely more keto than I did because when I went out, I had the white rice. And when we went to Chipotle, I had the rice and the black beans.
mm-hmm.
It's just keeping track for me. Yeah. It's just really keeping track and still like
keeping it low, but not.
Yeah, it's
for me though. I did this like BB Bob has a kale that I really like. I've been doing like a super green salad at BB Bob because we went there twice and we went to Chipotle and I had a salad there and that was really good. So I don't know. I'm trying to.
We're definitely reeled in our window. We finally went into at least the 8-hour fasting window. Mm-hmm. And I think that makes a big difference.
But I will say even allowing more carbs this week as like, because my carbs have been higher. Yeah. They have been higher. I've been having Brussels sprouts and broccoli. Well, I don't know if I had broccoli. Yeah, I did. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cucumber, celery with peanut butter, yogurt, and pork rinds, and different things this week, and strawberries. And
now, have you had a protein bar every day?
No.
No.
I usually will allow myself a protein bar on gym days.
Yeah.
I had one today because I knew I wasn't going to eat, and I've been eating like 3 times a day during the week.
So I went from eating a protein bar for breakfast and then like a low carb lunch to eating a low carb lunch and then my protein bar all at one time to shorten up that window because I was eating at like 5:30 in the morning. Yeah. I was wanting breakfast, and then I'd eat at like 10:30 or 11 my lunch.
Yeah.
I was literally having a 13-hour window, and it was too much.
Yeah.
So there's things we're doing. We're changing.
We're changing things up a little bit, and I feel like this week tracking eating more and upping my carbs a little bit with the right clean carbs, except for, I mean, there's a few things, but I'm okay with that, and I feel like my body's okay with that, so I'm okay with that.
And in case you want to know what I'm doing as far as like calorie goes, I can't speak for her. On calculator.net, there's a calorie calculator, and I entered all the stuff in. So I'm doing a zigzag is basically what I'm doing. So I'm doing like 1,650 calories Monday through Friday. Mm-hmm. And then it goes up to like 2,200 calories on the weekend. Now,
mind you, you're still doing like a low carb, I feel like.
I mean, it depends how you look at it.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm eating a very... Okay, how about...
protein heavy?
A very protein heavy.
Yeah.
Like literally, like...
Yeah.
So I had keto bread on my sandwich, but we've been eating a lot of chicken. It's a little bit different of how you would have approached it. I'm not eating all the butter and all that stuff, and I'm not eating as much meat. As far as ground beef, we've been eating more chicken this week. And the thing is... Okay, so we've had tacos twice this week.
I had tacos... and taco meat.
Yeah.
4 times.
I've probably eaten more chicken than ever. And I like the chicken. Like, if you was to look at my stuff, like, everything's great. Like, I don't have any problems. I don't feel like,
like your protein's high enough, your fat is still high enough.
Well, in the past, because I've been having fat too. So it's not that I've just went like, oh, I'm going low fat, high protein, because that makes you hungry.
Yeah.
That makes you hungry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of been a balance, but like I said...
I've been trying to get my fat from things like sour cream or cottage cheese or avocado or things.
So yeah, it's
Avocado oil.
like I said,
Yeah.
I can't say that I've been low carb because I had rice and beans at Chipotle, but it's been daily. It hasn't been like there hasn't been anything crazy every day. It's not been crazy. If there was a serving of tortilla chips, it was a serving of tortilla chips. It's stuff like that, like
Yeah.
But anyway, and it feels really good to be extremely high protein. But we're both like she is not doing what I'm doing, and I'm not doing what she's doing.
Because I don't think we're the same. I don't think our bodies are the same. I really don't.
They definitely not.
I
but
really
we're
don't.
It's still experimental.
Yeah.
Our name is not changing.
Yeah.
We're still us.
Yeah.
And
I'm just doing a little bit a different approach. Just more food.
Emily's still keto.
More food.
I can't say what I had this week was keto. All keto. Most of it was, but not all.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we had good results, and that's where we're at as far as
Yeah, I feel like for me the results came from eating more.
She needed to eat more because you can't be eating 900 or 1,000 calories and crying because you're gaining weight because her body was starving. Like it wasn't starving, but it thought it was.
Yeah.
And so it was holding on to everything.
I think I was probably 800 or 900 calories
a
day.
Yeah.
Where I needed to be between like around 1,400 calories a day.
And another thing is I like to eat, right? So like 11 o'clock, I like to eat, and I like to eat everything at one time. It's only going to be like between 400 and 500 calories.
I will say this week you've done good at cutting out the snacking.
No snacks.
And you know it too. He knows it. He's Mr. Snacky Face.
I am. I'm snacky face.
So
I would go.
He has done good.
If I never had to watch my weight in any way, shape, or form, I would just eat all day long.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, just little bits as I walk through the kitchen.
Yeah.
I would never sit down for a meal.
Yeah.
I would just eat all day.
Right. So we're just trying to figure out what we're doing and share with you what we're doing.
Going to the gym and changing up in that aspect has really changed a lot of things. It's changed things. I don't know how to explain it, but it has.
It feels so good.
Yeah, it does. And I'm eating like 400 or 500 calories for lunch. And then right after the gym, I like to get that good slam of 1,000 and 1,100 to feel that good, full sleep feeling. It just makes me I feel like my body needs that from working out to replenish.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
Yep. We love you.
Good results this week. And you know what? We're going to Washington, D.C. in a few weeks. We
are.
So that'll be exciting.
We have a concert tomorrow.
We have a concert tomorrow, and we have a concert next Sunday.
Yep. We got busy stuff.
And then 2 weeks after that is DC. So yeah. I can't wait for you to see Emily's Instagram of DC.
I'm going to try to do the best I possibly can, make the best decisions, and have fun. Mm-hmm. And not cry.
We're going to make good decisions in DC as far as, even if we only eat once a day, we're going to make the best decisions possible.
Yeah. I will definitely be posting on Instagram. If you don't follow on Instagram and you're interested, Instagram is probably the best platform to see what's going on with me and what I'm eating. Mm-hmm. I'm not with him when he's at work. So during the week, I will take pictures of what I'm eating at work and what we're eating for dinner, and I will share it and post it and all the good things.
Love you guys.
We do love you, but most importantly, James, don't you have something to tell everyone?
I do. You know what? While you're thinking about your food, why don't you think about where you'll be in 10,000 years from now?
Your food for your soul.
You were designed, you're never going to die. This body will die. And as soon as it does, your spirit and your soul will go either up to be with the Lord or it will go into a place that he is not. It all depends on if you accept him while you're alive. Yeah. This is like the dress rehearsal. You get to choose. Are you going to accept the Lord, go live with him in heaven for the rest of eternity? Mm-hmm. Millions of years from now.
It's a dress rehearsal.
Millions of years from now, you will be somewhere.
Yeah.
Will you accept Jesus?
It's as simple as that. But he loved you so much that he sent his son to die on a cross for you and for me. And he's love. So
We love you guys.
We do love you.